Welcome dear viewers to the video on ICH quality guideline number 7. It is called as ICH Q7 and this ICH Q7 guideline is for the API GMP compliance. It is the guideline which provides the guidance points and important requirements to be considered for good manufacturing practice for active pharmaceutical ingredients. So whenever you are asked a question regarding ICH Q7, so you can answer that this guideline is for the API good manufacturing practices for the pharmaceutical industry. This guideline is for ensuring the global quality standards for the APIs or drug substances. Let's start with the introduction about ICH Q7. Q7 is an international guidance by the ICH for the GMP for APIs. It is applicable for the chemical APIs and the biological APIs. And this guideline is to ensure quality, safety and regulatory compliance. And it forms the foundation for the inspections and audits. So as we know that the pharmaceutical formulations, pharmaceutical APIs are required to be quality, meeting to the regulatory standards, and the formulations and products should be safe and effective. GMP provides the valuable insights and key requirements to produce the quality pharmaceutical ingredients and the drug products. ICH Q7 provides the GMP for the drug substances. So this guideline provides the key points. We will see the points one by one. First is quality management. So it is for the establishment of the comprehensive quality system for the APIs, and it provides the key considerations required to ensure API compliance with the specifications, and then the management responsibility and the quality audits. Second is the personnel. So GMP is related to all these points. Personnel, trained and qualified individuals are required with clear goals and responsibilities, and it provides emphasis on hygiene and GMP training. Third point is building and facilities. So these are required to be designed to prevent the contamination. Environmental control should be there for the critical areas, and segregation should be there where needed. Process equipment related requirements. Suitability and cleanliness is must. It should prevent the cross contamination, and these are required to be in the state of calibration and maintenance. So calibration and maintenance programs should be there. Then documentation and records. So whenever you are working into the pharmaceutical field, you should know the importance of documentation and records. So ALCOA principles, ALCOA plus principles are required to be there. SOPs, batch records and logbook should be there. Version control and record retention should be there. Material management, so qualified suppliers and materials. Labeling, receipt, quarantine and approval areas, and the system should be there for these activities. There should be inventory control and traceability. Seventh number point is production and in-process controls. Controlled and reproducible processes, process instructions and monitoring, deviations and OS handling. So whenever there is a deviation, it should be documented, and OS handling should be proper, and system should be there to handle OS, OT and OE. Packaging and labeling related requirements, approved packaging materials, prevention of mix-up and mislabeling, tamper-evident systems and reconciliation. 9 number is storage and distribution. So controlled temperature and humidity is required. Proper segregation and tracking is required. Then secure documented shipping should be there. Laboratory controls, validated analytical methods, instrument calibration, data integrity and the specifications. 11 number is validation. So validation should be there for the process, cleaning validation should be there, and analytical method validation should be there. Continued process verification process and risk-based approach for the manufacturing. Change control process should be there in place. Formal evaluation and approval of the changes. Impact assessment, documentation and implementation. 13 number point is rejection and reuse. Generally, reuse is avoided in the pharma industry. Rework is avoided. Rejection for the materials which are not meeting the required criteria for specifications. Clear rejection criteria should be defined. Reprocessing, reworking under strict control, but the reprocessing and reworking is required to be avoided. Full traceability of reprocessed materials. Then complaints and recalls. Complaint investigation system is required. Recall procedures. CAPA implementation. CAPA is corrective and preventive action. Then 15 number point is contract manufacturers, that is CMO. Quality agreements. Oversight of subcontracted activities. Auditing and performance monitoring is under the GM. Then agents, brokers, traders ensure the compliance across supply chain, qualification and audits. So all these are the requirements which are under the GMP criteria, and particular system should be defined so that the mix-ups and the rework is avoided. Then APIs used in the clinical trials. As we know that during the development of the pharmaceuticals, clinical trials are required. So GMP principles apply here also. It is not like that only the commercial material should be of quality, but the GMP is required for the clinical trials as well, for the bioequivalence trials as well, and these are must. So GMP principles apply to the clinical trials and APIs for use in the clinical trials. Appropriate controls for the development stages are required. Documentation and traceability is must. 18 number point is regulatory inspections. So the facility should be in a state of ready for the inspection, should be transparent with cooperation, and follow up on observations is required. So ICH Q7 guideline provides the insights and valuable information and guidance points to ensure consistent API quality. Cover the full API lifecycle from sourcing to shipment. Global benchmark for API GMP compliance and critical for regulatory approval and patient safety. So as we know that all the ICH guidelines provides the requirements which are harmonized in the ICH region. Also, ICH guidelines are required to be referred by all the pharma professionals throughout the globe, and the ICH guidelines and all the country specific guidelines are required to be met for the quality requirements so that the pharmaceutical products will be safe, effective and with the required quality. I hope this video gives you understanding about the ICH Q7. You should read the ICH Q7 guideline in detail to get more knowledge. This video was a brief introduction to the ICH Q7. In the upcoming time, I will be making more elaborative videos. Thank you for watching the video.